Alright, so this is a tutorial for the Desert Eagle. So yeah, I have it broken up into several different parts. And what we're going to do today is we're going to assemble them, and I'm going to show you how to make them. So I'm going to go from this down. So starting off, we're going to start with the slide lock. You build this piece right here, and then you take this part, and you take this. This is only consisted of these two pieces. And then what you do is you take the this part and you just stick it through there. And then what you do is you take this and you put it in there. And there's your slide lock. You're gonna set it off to the side. To make the bullet, you just take, I don't know, just take this. That's all it is. Then this is the magazine. It's one of the larger parts that we have. And then, yeah. This part right here is fairly large, but it's really easy to make. Yeah, this is this part right here. Let's set into there. So yeah, it's really easy to make. It's just consisting of this block and this. And then what you do is you just put them together like this. So this is how to do it. I will make, you can modify this however you want, by the way. So move it over to make this part. It's just this. It's pretty easy. And then what you do is you can make the grip, which you can see how it was made. And you can take off the tiles if you want. So you can make it like this, and then just repeat this to the other side. So yeah, do this, and yeah, that's about it. I'm just gonna leave the grips off for this so I can show you to put it back when we're assembling it. Now once you're done with that, you take this piece. It's just a bar piece and a slope, and then you make this, and then you can make this, and then you make this part. This part is not that bad. It's just yeah. Then you make this part. Then you take these two tiles right here. You take a 2x2 and a 2x4 with a plate right here. Just set them over to the side. And make this Technic part right here. And then you make this, which is just two jumper plates with a hinge plate right here, with a slope here, and then yeah. So this will be the hammer. Right here is the part of the slide. It's not that bad. It's just a bunch of brackets and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. And then make two of these, which is just this. So it's, yeah, you just make two of them. And then you make this part right here. This is the top of the slide. So, yeah, you can make this part. And then you make this part right here. This is basically this part, but with this 1x2 here. Obviously inverted, of course, because it's the other side of the slide. And then you just make this. So now moving over, you make this part, which is the beaver tail. It's just this. make these three, which is this 1x4, 1x1 with a 1x2, and this. Then to make the sight, make this part, and then you take this, put it on here, and you take this, put it right here. So that's the rear sight. Then to have this, it's just some of these right here, and then, yeah. And then you take this. To have this is the start of the rubber bands. So you take a rubber band and you loop it, and then you loop it through this part right here with the 1x4 technic axle running through here, connecting this through there. So this will be the rubber band setup. So you can set that over there. Then you make this part, which will be the area in front of the trigger. Then you make these two sections, which is just this, basically just a 1x4 1x4 brick with studs on one side, and you repeat the same, but just obviously invert it. Then to go over the final sections, you make this brick, this right here, which is obviously the bottom. Oh shoot. So you obviously, yeah. This is rubber band is wrapped around the stud and just pulled out from here. This will be the trigger rubber band, and yeah, just make this part right here. So you can move that over. For the trigger, you just have, if you don't have these slopes, you could have a substitute if you want, but it's just this. Pull a slope, and then you have that kind of here, and that's the trigger. And then you have two of these, which is just slopes with Technic pins with the stud on them on the inside. And then you just get these pieces right here, just slopes. And then for the final sections, you make this wall, and this wall, and then yeah, that is every single part of the Desert Eagle that you've built. Now I'll show you how to put it back together. Alright, so this is how to put it back together. What you do is, in my opinion, the easiest way to start it is to make the slide. So you're going to take the wall, you're going to take the right wall, and you take one of these selectors, and you just put it in there. So, yeah. And now what you do is you just put it off to the side, take the other wall, and put the other selector inside of it. So, yeah. And now what you do is you take this piece right here, the firing pin, and you go with this, and you put it on here like this, and like this. So these rail pieces are facing inside of each other. So, yeah. Now what you do is you take the plate, 1x2 plate, you put it up here, and you take the 2x4 plate, and you put it in here. So that's how to make this part of the slide. Yeah. And then you take this top part and this, and it's just pretty simple. You just take it and you put it. Oh wait, shoot, actually, no. Yeah, actually, take off these plates on the inside, sorry. I'm not good at making tutorials, if you could probably see. Take off the firing pin. Oh, Jesus Christ. I forgot a step, so yeah, I obviously have no idea what I'm doing. I forgot a step. So if you just want, just take this, and you can take the two sections apart. And what you do is you take this rubber band section, and you obviously don't want the rubber band. Yeah, actually, leave it there. Just discard everything else. Yeah, just discard everything else. Just put it off to the side. Just start with this section, and what you do is you take where is it? Where is it? Where is that? I don't know. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take this piece and you put it on here, and then you're gonna take you're gonna wrap this rubber band around right here, and then you leave it down. Take this section right here, and you're gonna take this L piece and you're gonna just assemble it right here. It's kind of tricky to do because the rubber bands, the rubber bands are kind of tricky to work with, in my opinion. But it's possible. Yeah, you just wrap them around like this, and there. So now you'd have it connected like this. That is, well, the real step one, I should say. But yeah, sorry this tutorial is really bad, by the way. I'm not good at making tutorials. So you leave this down. And then what you do is you take this front block section and you just stick it onto here. So this is obviously the barrel of the Desert Eagle. But actually no, just take it off. Take it off. Just leave it there. Now what you do is you take the slide and you put it together. So if you're gonna do that, just do this, and yeah. But now actually this is different. You take this side, the right side, and you take the top part and you put it right here. Alright, so it's overlapping and covering this. And then you take this section and you put it so that the brick is at the end of the tile. So it's at the end of this. And then you take this section, which is supposed to be like the, I don't know, like the chamber feeder thingy, and you put that right here. So, there. And then you just set this right here. And now what you can do is you can take the other side and just gently put it underneath this and press down. Now what you can do is, there you go. So now you have this section. Then you take this top section and slide it so that it looks like this. Alright? And then you take your sights, your sight block, and you put it right next to here. Just like so. And then you take your firing pin area, and then you put it here. Jesus Christ. It's not that sturdy, but it's a thing. Yeah, it's somewhat sturdy. Then you have your entire slide area finished. and then you're going to set it down right back here. So now for the grip, what you do is you take this part, the grip that has the left side or the right side, doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you how to put the plates on. And you put them on like this, so that this one is right here. And then you put another one on top of that. Take your 1x3, put it like that. And then you take your slope, put it like that, and put 1x6, and put it like that. So that's how you make the two sections of the grips. And then what you can do is you can take this section right here, and you can put this on top of here, and then that will connect the two grips together, like so. So you put it just like that. And then you take, where is it, this section, and you just plop it on top, just like so. So you have this. And now what you do is you can take this section, and then you can just take this, take this section, flip it around, take this pin, and put it in there, and then put the other wall on. So there you go. And then you just put it on top of the grip. It's kind of tricky to do because it's just a lot of pressing down and not wanting it to break. So there you go. This bar is preventing it, so if you push it in, it won't go in the back part. So then what you do is you can take this part right here and put it right here like that. And then you can take take this piece, and then you can put it right here. Take the 1x4 brick and put it right there, so it looks like this. And you take this, put it right here, and then you take the 1x1 plate and you put it onto there. And the final part is you take the hammer and you put it in that slot. So there is that is the grip section. And to finish the bottom part, you take this and you put it here. Now what you can do is you can take this section and you put it on inside of here, just like so. Now what you can do is you can take one second, where is it? Alright, so you take this wall, right, and then you put it down right here, right? Make sure there's a 1x1 stud right there. And then what you do is you take this section and you just gently put it into here, which will lock down the front grip, and we'll put a spot right here. And then what you do is you take your first section, the slide lock, and you put this pin into this hole right there. So there you go. And now what you do is you can take this wall and you can put it right here. No, actually, no, that's the wrong way. Flip it around and you put it right there. All right, now you have this hole right here. Take it off, and then you take your trigger. See this little axle right here? Put this into there, and then you can put it into there, and that's your trigger. And it doesn't have a rubber band on it. Which you will do in another step. For the magazine, take this bullet. It fell. Take the bullet, put it on there, and boom, magazine. Take this part, and you put it under there for the trigger guard. And you take this section. Actually, no, just take off this part. Put this section right onto here. So let's put it right there. So that prevents the trigger from going too far. Now, what you do is you take these slopes, and you make them go like this, that, and this. So it looks like this. And then you take these two sections and you put the pins into the bricks. Like that. And on the other side. Like that. You could also use the one with the slope with two sides. The one with two sides. But I don't have that, so I just did this. So now what you can do is you can take this part, and then you can sandwich it in between that. So there you go, that is the trigger area. I can also put the magazine by just putting it on an angle and putting it up there. So there you go. That is your grip area and this. Now all you have to do is connect to this. Step 1 to connecting them both is taking off the trigger right here. And you can take this, take the rubber band, put the trigger through it, and wrapping it up around here, so it looks like this. And if the brick falls off, that is perfectly fine, because you can just put it back on. It's a Lego. And you put this brick 3 blocks over, 3 sides over, so it's 1, 2, 3. And then what you can do is, while pulling it up, take the lower, and you can put the trigger through the hole, and just putting it, and then put it on there, and you press it down. Just press down onto the upper, and then bada bing, bada bam, your Desert Eagle is finished. So, there you go. Working trigger, slide lock. Yeah, works. Working hammer as well. There you go. Desert Eagle tutorial out of the way. Now I can work on a file for someone because I need to do that. So, yeah. Peace.